that, and then we can talk about AD carry stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you see my screen by the way on Discord?
Yep, I got your full screen.
Nice. So, tell me about your playstyle. You know, what do you think you're good at? What do you think you're not so good at? You know, that kind of all that jazz. What do you play? It looks like you play Jin and some kind of Twitch, but that's all I see here.
Yeah, so generally in solo queue, I like one trick a champion for 3 or 4 weeks at a time. So first it was Triss, then Twitch, then Zarya, and now it's Jin. Um, generally, I think my laning phase is pretty weak. I'm kind of lost in it. I don't really know what to do with minion waves. But then once I get outside of laning phase, in solo queue at least, I generally just have better rotations and end up like 80 CS ahead. But my big thing in solo queue is I don't know when I should just be like absorbing minion waves and when I should be joining team fights.
Okay, okay.
And so some games I'll end up with like 10 CS a minute, but 40% KP, and some games I'll have like 7 CS a minute and 70% KP.
Okay. I'm sure that'll definitely come up in these games we're about to see. So it looks like we'll take a look at some kind of laning stuff, and in terms of out of lane, when do you help? Right. That's always the question, right? Is when should I go help? It's very situational, but we can definitely take a look. So which of these do you think you want to take a look at first?
We can look at the Ashe one first.
All right. You said this is like a scrim, or is this the solo queue one?
Yeah, this was a scrim with like an actual Fives team. It's a pretty new team, but
I see.
Average rank is like D4.
Interesting. Okay, so let's talk about lane. So for laning phase, what do you know about matchups?
Matchup wise, this one we have pressure. Ashe is, as far as I'm aware, a lane bully. Lucian's main constriction lane is his range and his mana, so I was just planning on abusing that. And then with the Thresh pick, we were planning on just attacking the Janna pretty much.
So in terms of so it's good that you know that you can do stuff in this lane, right? You said you had pressure on them, but how exactly do you have pressure on them?
Ashe W poking and then pushing pressure.
Okay, that's true. What about the support aspect of the lane? Because I noticed you only mentioned you versus Lucian.
Oh yeah. Generally Janna's poke the shit out of you with their W. So I mean Ashe or Janna's generally pretty pokey. I don't remember if I might have started D shield or D blade. I don't remember. I sometimes will go D shield just into Janna because it's annoying.
And what about Thresh?
Thresh's poke is okay with his flay passive, but generally he's more of an all-in kind of guy.
Well, let's say I don't know if you can really call him poke, right? Because if he can hit someone,
small trades okay is what I mean by that.
Right. That's the idea we're looking for, right? He can take really small trades because I think poke has some kind of implication that they can't respond if you throw shit at them, for example, right? Like let's say for example you're playing Xerath, they can't respond to your Q. Something like Thresh auto attack is really strong, but they can kind of hit back, right? So okay, so we kind of have the right idea, but in terms of like what you want to do, I'm not really sure if we explained what we wanted to do in this lane. Like what do we want to do and how do we do it? Like if there's a way to win lane besides just CS, how do you do it?
Right. So that's one of my things too, is I'm not super comfortable in every lane matchup. I know like your common Reddit armchair analyst opinions, like Herder, Caitlyn outranges Lucian, so he wins the matchup. But beyond that, it's like
okay, yeah.
I don't have a super good idea. My idea going into this matchup, I think we picked Ashe like 4th pick or something, and so my goal was to just consistently track their jungler with my E, and to have lane pressure. Beyond that, I'm not super sure.
Okay, so let's talk about okay, so this is good. We can talk about the basic lane matchup ideas. Okay, so in terms of how you want to play lanes out, all right? The first thing is always what what does the matchup look like? And the second thing is always, can I push or can I not push? Right? Is kind of how you want to look at things. So when we say first comes matchup, it's always going to be like, they have an Alistar and we have Janna, so we don't want to all in, right? Because you're going to lose all in. Unless you have some kind of massive advantage for some reason, like an extra person or they have 10% health, whatever. That's like your matchup-based idea, right? So when you say something like, Janna has a really strong poke, you want to avoid poke at all costs, right? Thresh has really strong, I would say, catch instead of all in, right? Because he can he can pick people with hook, pick, catch, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of skill shot based, right? So you throw around these terminologies and you end up with what I like to come up with is, you know, categories of bot laners, right? So let's say poke champions would be something like Zyra can poke, for example, hit someone without response, right? Poke Varus is like poke, right? And there's also trade, right? Which is like, you know, the obvious is Nami. I mean, you've obviously faced a Nami before, right? That shit is pretty. You trade with that, you're gonna be really upset, right?
Yeah.
Or Jin's Force Shot or Draven, right? Anything like that would be trade, which indicates that your matchup wants to trade, right? And then another category would be like catch, right? Anyone with skill shot CC can catch people. So something like if Thresh hooks someone, that could be an opportunity to go in, right? And then the last one would be like all in, which is pretty self-explanatory. You just go. You point and click, right? You just Alistar, Leona, that kind of stuff. So when we see something like this, you're right in that, you know, they have a poke champion. So if you're getting hit by a Janna W, you better have a good response. Like you're gonna volley auto attack, or Thresh is gonna flay him, or something like that. And then Lucian is all in oriented, right? So they have some kind of interesting lane where they can look for an all-in, but they're gonna probably try and poke you down first, right? And then Ashe and Thresh is more like I think Ashe could be considered poke, right? If you spam enough W on Janna or something like that. But it's probably just poke / short trades, right? With your W auto attack. And then Thresh is just like trying to catch people. So based on that, you know that all you're really looking for is you're going to spam W on Janna, like you said, and then you're going to wait until Thresh finds something.
Nope.
Right? Because what happens if you guys walk up and you fight and there's an all-in going on and then they flash Thresh hook? Who wins?
Wait, I'm sorry, repeat that? If
there's an all-in going on 2v2 and they just target you and then Lucian just flashes Thresh hook, who wins?
Oh, they win. Absolutely.
Right. 100%, which is why we can't say that Thresh is all-in, right? Because he has a skill shot based CC, right? So it looks like he had a nice gank. It was a nice lantern flash flay, really good. Didn't even need his hook, so that was clean. And then the second part is, let's say you're not eating poke and they're not eating hooks. What do you do after that?
Like if the lane is just a stalemate?
Right, like let's say neither side can really leverage their advantage to come up with some kind of concrete kills or something like that. What's the next best thing?
CS advantages.
Okay, how do you make him miss CS?
Generally harassing. See, that's another thing. I end up I mentioned wave management earlier. A lot of the time I'll be in lane. For the most part, if the wave's pushed into me, I just slow push it back because I'm not really sure unless they're like out of lane and I'm looking to recall. And then I just end up with CS leads, but I'm not really sure how I get them. Besides just not missing minions and them missing more minions than I do. Sometimes one way, but I don't really know how.
So one way to apply pressure by generating a CS lead is shoving them under tower, right? Because you can't get every CS on your tower. It's pretty much impossible. Another way is, you know, like you said, you're gonna harass them on CS, or maybe you can zone them off, whatever. But it all revolves around the idea of you're actively trying to make it happen, right? Make them lose CS, or actively trying to get an advantage. It doesn't have to be CS, right? But you're actively trying to get an advantage. So one advantage you can get in the bot lane matchup is who can push, right? So if a side is pushing, they're kind of winning lane. You know, why would that be? Why would that be the case?
Because they're creating pressure.
Right. So they're the first to act. They can pretty much do whatever they want, right? They can even draw jungle pressure, right? So I didn't really have to mention it because it looked like you were doing it in this game, right? But you just wanna shove like crazy in this game because the first is matchup, right? We're like, okay, the matchup is this versus this, and then let's say no one's falling for their matchup win condition. Then the next thing is who can push. So you ask that question when you say, if I push and you get ganked, are you gonna die? So if you push and you get ganked, are you gonna die?
Here?
Yeah, just like Ashe Thresh versus Lucian, Janna, and Kha'Zix. How do you die if you get ganked?
We don't.
Right, you guys are okay.
If we're
right?
like tower diving and he shows up, maybe.
Right, you guys are, as long as you have flash, dude, even without flash, you can get away with lantern, right? So that tells you mad shove, right? You're good to go. If you can push, you're really happy. So that's the second step, right? And then after that, you go from there, right? You go, once you push them in, maybe you can throw your E's, you can run into their jungle, you can ward, you can roam, Thresh can roam mid. That's pretty strong, honestly. If you ever wonder how supports can just run mid and find the kill with flash, it's because they pushed first, right? Or maybe they just gave up the push or they cleared a wave or whatever, but it's all about pushing first, right? If you have a choice. So how do you push on Ashe? Besides just having your auto attack on cooldown.
You mean ability-wise?
Right, ability-wise.
Generally, I'll get the minions low enough where my W can kill everything, so that it's as effective as possible. I try not to spam Q and W, because then I just run out of mana.
Right, you definitely don't want to use Q on the minions, right? So,
yeah.
One thing you can do on Ashe is you can stand above. I didn't know this until I watched like Korean VODs, right? So you can stand up where. Do you see my mouse cursor? We're over here, and you can volley the whole wave from that spot.
Okay.
And that's one way you can push fast. But that's just your two basic lane ideas in a nutshell, right? Matchup and who can push.
Okay.
So let's see what's going on here.
So generally, if I'm safe to, I want to be under their tower.
Right. You want to shove as hard as you can.
Like a Caitlyn or an Ashe, I want to just be perma shoved.
Yeah, pretty much. If you can push, you should push, right?
Okay.
Unless you can find something else by not pushing, right? The general rule of thumb is if you push, what happens is that your Thresh can roam, like whatever is going on right now. I don't know what's going on right now, but wait, hold up, what's going on right now? Your team's trying to do something, so
they're trying to invade red buff. I just throw my E and recall and said, guys, don't do it. I have to recall, but they got it. So
okay, well. I guess it worked out.
Yeah.
So the reason why this doesn't work is because this revolves around the idea of you push and you do something, right? Have you heard of that idea? Like lane priority. So you guys pushed, or you got to kill whatever, and then you pushed, and then you got dragon, right? So anything more, you better know it's gonna work. It seems like your team knows what they're doing or something, because I guess it works. So I think it's fine, but I also think it's fine for you to base, unless they like literally needed your help. I don't think you'd be very useful if you.
Yeah, they were saying I was good, and I saw.
Right. So usually, I think basing here is good.
The wave and then recall, froze the wave in front of my tower like the nice guy that he is. That's another thing. So in that situation there, where I recall and Lucian pushes the wave, freezes it in front of my tower and recalls. Do I want to freeze it so he misses more CS? Even
right here. Is this what you're saying?
Yeah, when I get back to lane, what do I want to do with this wave?
So you have a few options. You can let all your minions die, which is pretty good, right? You deny him CS and then kill all the minions, or you can like kill all these, but honestly, just trying to kill these as fast as possible, it's like it'll probably do the same thing. All your minions are gonna die anyways, right? You really can't go wrong here. Like when in doubt, you come back to lane, last hit. Like when in doubt, right? Otherwise, this is fine, right? You just clear these and then push the next wave, right? Remember, our strategy is still push to win until you can't push for whatever reason, like their mid laner's really in soul and you have no flash, or Callista, it's Callista Thresh at least. If you push, you're dying, right? Anything like that. So this is fine. Like you pretty much denied all your minions anyways. So that is definitely good. Oh my! Threw an arrow.
The arrow actually flies over his dead body.
Nice.
I missed chaosing it by like a quarter second.
Looks like team has everything in hand. We don't really have to do anything too crazy. That's good.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this game was a good one because I end up like 2-0 and 14 or something. It's a pretty clean game. I was just hoping there'd be stuff in it that like the wave management, where it's something I just don't have an idea about.
Right. Well, the easiest, the cookie cutter strat is after matchup is just mad pushing, right? Because I need to know. Yeah. Like that's matchup, right? Where he got poked, right? You don't want to do that for free. You want to like he wants to hit back or something, but that's not your fault or anything. It's just pointing out things in the matchup that can win you lane, right? I think you don't want to use your Q on minions though. I think you saw
yeah, dude, I'm out of mana.
There we go. Yeah, see it? Yeah, there we go. And this is also matchup ideas, right? This right here?
Yeah, I went for that back ranged minion if you see it and just take poke.
Right, so you're losing flash here, right? Because they just all in you and then he has to lantern you out or you have to flash or something. I don't know. You're dying pretty quick here, I think, if you're not careful. So I think you greeted for a CS or something. I don't know what happened there.
And as I was autoing it, I realized none of my minions were going to kill it anyway. That's something that I see a lot of times on higher elo streams where there'll be like a back minion that's low and they'll just wait.
Yeah, you don't go for that because that's a trap. Yeah, that's not.
I take the trap like 4 out of 5 times.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, definitely don't use your Q on minions though. I don't know what's going on here, but
I think I was just trying to push the wave before they got back so that it would reset.
Never mind. If you're just basing then that's fine. Sure, base, go back bot. Seems good. Thresh is roaming because he doesn't need you. You don't need him in lane, right? You can just. So this is an example. This is a more classic example right here, right? Where what do you do when you can't push this into their tower, right?
Right.
You create a slow push. You just last hit all the minions and then build up a big wave, as big of a wave as possible. And then when you can shove it into the tower, you do shove it into the tower. So I think here you could say this is a small mistake, right? Because what happens is that if Janna and Lucian are hiding in a bush, what do?
Burn flash.
Right. You can't do anything. The advanced version of this is like you do this like you're pretending to be dumb and your Thresh is here. So you guys 2v2, like you're baiting a 2v2 or something, right? That would be the advanced version. You throw in your TPs and whatever, but usually speaking, you want to slow push, right? That's like the strategy that has no downsides. Like let's say your Thresh isn't coming back, then you would slow push, right? Because right here, Lucian could be here. And then what happens when he fights you?
Oh, I died. I run like hell. I hope my ult is up.
Yeah, you have no way for him to you'd have to be really clever in forcing your ulti into his face because he can flash it, right? So okay, what happened here? Okay, nice ulti. And then this guy just dies. You just let Thresh. Oh, I guess you can take aggro. Doesn't matter either way. You have a Quinn.
Yeah, Thresh was like 30% HP or something.
Oh, you can hope here maybe. Yeah, hit tower is fine. Honestly, he's just gonna die. Not much you can do. You just base, or you can even push. Honestly, you don't have to base at all. Oh. Okay, you definitely want to wait for them to push or base.
There was a small trade, but Janna got hooked, and then LeBlanc comes in and cleans it up. They just overchase after Quinn dies.
Okay.
Wherever it is, it doesn't matter.
Sure, and the basing. I think there is a bad habit of you using Q on minions though.
Yeah.
Because
if
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just if you use it on minions, skin, it's just not up. Yeah, the skin pay to win skin. Am I right?
It is.
Okay, sure. You guys do dragon. Here's something that you can look at. If there is no threat on the dragon, you don't have to go. You don't need to throw a million people there, right? Unless you think there's a fight about to break up, you should push instead. Right? You should push aside.
I think I went because they were all missing, and I wasn't.
Right. But here's the idea: is that this is the idea of when should I go help? Right? When should I go help? When it's a committed fight and you can help. So what do we mean by committed? You want to spend your time doing something productive at all times, right? So let's say you go to dragon. All 5 of the enemy team are there, but there's no fight. So we lost out on productive time. Versus they engaged and you're gonna run there and you're gonna get there in time. The difference is that we were still using all our time wisely, right? So when it comes to should I help a fight or not, you have to know if there's an actual fight going on and that if you show up you're gonna be able to help, right? So let's say you're playing Ashe, you have no arrow, and then your whole team dies immediately to like Talon or something, then you can't help, for example, right? And in this case, let's say you have arrow but there's no fight, you still don't want to help because there's nothing to help, right? Unless they're dying a dragon or something. I don't know what's going on here. You want to push because otherwise you're losing minions or something. Okay, what happened to this arrow?
I went for Lucian and I whiffed it.
I see. I think it's fine. You guys are winning so hard. It's fine. So I honestly can't see it, so I can't tell if it's a good or bad arrow. But
yeah, that was one of the.
Looked like
the next game is using plays.tv.
Okay, that's nice.
It was I have a 144 hertz monitor. I don't know if you do, and I never get more than like 100 steady frames, even though my computer's good enough for it. And I opened a ticket with Riot long ago, and they basically told me that they have too much coding debt and they can't fix it. And so it's just my problem.
I see.
And so they said programs like Plays.tv and OBS make that issue a lot worse for people who have that issue. So every time I stream with OBS or if I'm recording with Plays TV, my frames hover between 110 and like 30, depending on if I'm team fighting or farming.
Interesting.
Yeah. So since it's so inconsistent, it makes it tough to play.
Well, we can talk about this part, I guess. So, what happened here?
The goal was to get a Rift Herald charge off,
and then everyone just runs. So that's good. And then LeBlanc's like, "Let me come in here."
Then we overcome it. Then they overcome it, and then LeBlanc says, "Guys, I think I can get a pick," and just gets Rise W'd.
Yeah, he just dies. I mean, I don't know how you guys supposed to help without ultimates or anything. But that's just one example of, you gotta make sure your ultis are on point,
especially around Ashe, just playing around cooldowns.
Right. That's literally your champion. Is a fucking fat arrow.
Minions.
Exactly. All right, you want to push his sound base. Okay, what's going on here?
I think they were recalling, and I wanted to catch the wave before swapping, but I wasn't sure if Janna, Lucian were still around.
Okay, so let's say we're in this position, and you think they're gonna push in, so they push in like you thought, and then the next step is kill all these minions in base, right?
Okay.
Why is that? Why would that be the next step?
Move along the game tempo. Already got bot tower, so we can move to another side of the map.
Right. And you need a base. You just haven't based in.
Yeah.
Fucking who knows how long.
No, that doesn't make sense because I didn't push it right away then. I was gonna say sometimes I'll wait for the next wave to come before I push it, just so I can get. So I'm not wasting that extra wave, if that makes sense.
Right. No, I know what you mean. Right. But in this case, it's you have there's no threat here, right? You have Thresh here. You say Thresh, stay another 8 seconds or whatever. We're gonna kill all these minions and run, right? Another thing you can do is, if you could have killed all these in time and let the two in the middle meet, you can just base them too, right? But the usual strat is you need to push out before you do anything, and you push out when you can push out. Here we know we can push out because we have wards, right? You have this like bot side bush warded, so you know this is good to go. You need to kill all these minions and go because this is taking too long, I think, right? Like let's say we're down here this amount of time, and their whole team had base and run into your topside jungle. What happens?
They just get complete control.
Right, and we have no idea what's going on, right? You don't know if you have to stay and push more or base and help or what, because no one can see what's going on. And Thresh is gonna get caught, right? Or top gets caught or something like that, right? Teams fighting 4v5 topside, so it's kind of awkward. So yeah, you probably could have just pushed everything and run, right? The mid game strategy is just push your wave past the river and then do something else, right? That's your basic strat. Okay, you guys are sieging. Poggers, is this gonna work? I don't think this works. So tell me what's going on here.
We're sieging, and the call was if Cho'Gath tries to zone, auto attack. So I just auto tower when I can and try to zone, but
so how do we know this doesn't work before it doesn't work? Or how do we know this is like
that it shouldn't work before?
Yeah, this is really looking kind of weird. So what happened, and was it good?
Okay, first off, we started sieging without really having vision control. I didn't really feel safe autoing tower there. They like hard engage off of it because the rise bounce on his E goes to everyone. I don't know if it was good or not. I guess LeBlanc dies, so I'm gonna go with no.
Right.
But they ate right after. So.
Right. The instant we have no arrow and no Sejuani ulti and no Thresh ulti, dude. Like, okay, so when it comes to hitting tower ideas, okay, this is the idea of you push and do something productive, right? So here are some productive things that you know of, like instinctively. You push, you go ward their jungle, right? Instinctively good. You push and you roam mid, right? You can fight immediately, and whoever's up there has to catch the wave, right? You can push and you hide in a bush, pretending to do something else, and they face check, right, on the next wave. You can push and hit tower, right? Push and siege. So the idea behind push and siege is what? What are you guys trying to get when you push and siege?
Get the tower.
Okay, so how do you hit the tower without getting engaged on?
Staying out of range of CC.
Okay, so Rise walks up, and then we have no arrow, so we can't stop him. Now it's looking kind of awkward, right? Which is what's happening. So they just look at this, right? He just kills the whole wave. So what are you guys supposed to do? Nothing. So what's the idea here? Instead of the idea of we need to hit this tower, we could say something like we can pretend to hit this tower, someone go push mid, right? Or we can say something like don't even try to hit tower, let's run in their jungle, right? But an indicator of this not working is you guys just have no ultis, right? And you have no way to stop their wave clear, right? So when you do something like the more like kind of advanced idea behind this is like you're gonna siege, they know you're gonna siege, so they're just gonna clear the waves. What do you do to stop that?
Wait, I'm sorry, one more time.
So this is the idea behind like doing these proactive things in League is that you're gonna do this thing and they have no answer for it, right? So let's say you run in their jungle and they have no answer for it because someone's busy clearing a wave. So you guys ward everything and you leave because if they fight, it's 3v4, right? Or whatever it is.
Right.
So that's gonna be a win no matter what for you guys theoretically, right? So let's say you guys walk up and hit this tower. They're gonna clear the wave. How do you guys win?
By doing something else.
Right, but like we it's like I don't know how we win. You have to dive, right? Or you have to catch someone with a hook, right? I don't know. You have to come up with something, but there's just nothing here, right? Another example is we have Zoe. We're gonna throw shit at them until something hits, right? We have Xerath. We're gonna throw something at them until I have no HP, right? In this case, you guys just can't do anything. So you guys, I would say diving could be an attractive option, but you guys have no ultis, so you can't dive, right? So yeah, you guys lost your mid laner for support. And now it's looking kind of awkward. So, you guys get it anyways. Surprisingly, I guess they have no HP.
We chunked them out pretty hard, I think.
So, not the worst, but
it's just because it's a low elo game. We get an advantage.
It's just strange. It's just does this work every time? Is the question you want to ask yourself. So,
right.
Remember when you want to do something, you have to know what the plan is and why the plan works. So you guys push and you want to hit tower. The plan is hit the tower. Why does it work? No idea. Right. You can't replicate it is the idea. So okay, you were following a call. It's not the worst. So as long as you're staying safe, you're doing pretty good, right? I mean, when it comes to team play, this is kind of stuff you talk about after. But we did fine when it came to the siege, right? I think it's just what part do you think you could have worked on that happened right before the tower hitting?
Not getting hit by the Rise Flux.
That wasn't that bad, but like, what made it so you guys couldn't dive?
Oh, not having ults.
Yeah, not having ult, right? Same thing with bot side when they were defending Rift Herald. We didn't have ulti, so not having ulti is like kind of strange. I think like you want to save it unless you can do something good with it. Otherwise, you guys should wait until it's up. Right? Imagine playing against a Sejuani with no ulti. How scary is Sejuani?
Not very scary.
Right, exactly. It's just like not useful either, right? So it's the same idea with Ashe, is that you just want to hold on. Same here. I think you want to hold on to your arrow here, right? Because Cho'Gath's not getting away. So that's one thing you might want to look at when it comes to team play. Oh, really? Let me see.
Yeah, he flashes under tower immediately after. You can't see it.
Oh, PogChamp then. Never mind.
I accidentally hit him. I can't claim it was on purpose. I was aiming for Cho.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, one way to make sure it's really good is hold on to it. Because there will always be an opportunity. Okay, I promise you. When it comes to Ashe and using arrow, there's always going to be an opportunity to find a good one. Right?
Yeah, I get really eager with it. I see the clips of Double Lift hitting it cross map, and I just want to be him, you know?
Right. I mean, but even he has a reason why it works. Like, they're going for CS, so he's going to shoot the spot where they're going to CS from. Stuff like that, right? Wow, you guys really want these dragons. Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Dragons for like a week, so then we just said we were going to get them all.
And it's fine. LeBlanc can get mid, sure. You push mid since she's doing blue. I think that's fine. Sure, you can do these raptors. You want to do your top side next? Oh, never mind. You go mid. That's fine. Definitely good. LeBlanc versus Lucian. Oh! So yeah, I think we're seeing a recurring pattern when it comes to...
Yeah, I see. If I see someone going for a pick, I just throw my abilities. And something with that is that I will a lot of times waste my ult. This happens more, and I'm sure you'll see it next game on Twitch, where I'll see us going for a pick, and I'm not sure if we can get it without me ulting, so I'll just ult, and then suddenly I don't have it for a team fight, and I'm just this.
Yeah, you don't want to use your abilities unless you know it's good. Is the idea, right? And I think if you're like platinum, you already know what's good and what's not, right? You've already seen it all before, so you don't need us to tell you what looks good. Like Cho'Gath ulti on Baron is good, right? But Cho'Gath ulti in tank in the beginning of a fight is like that's not good, right? He would want to save it for backline pressure, right? Similar to how we use our volley in lane and our arrow out of lane. You want to make sure that when you use an ability, it has good value, right? Have you heard of this idea of your ability can have different value based on how you use it? So you want to make sure everything you do is good value, essentially, right? Especially your ulti, because it's like we're playing the game without ulti right now. I think we did land some good ones, right? But for the most part, it looks like your team is just running them over.
Throw it all willy nilly and hope it hits.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you guys are invading. This is good. You might be able to say something like we can take the short way in because we have flash, but honestly, that's just like small. You don't have to worry about that. Honestly, here if you siege, what's the reason for sieging?
We have Baron.
Yes, that's it. You're Baron. Baron's fucking strong as hell, so the siege minion will do the sieging for you, right? Okay, so this is the same thing though, right? When it comes to we're talking about value.
Yeah, that one I was just scared. I didn't know if he had flash, and I was waiting for him to flash out someone.
Right.
I guess no one was really under threat. I didn't need to do that.
Yeah, you guys should be fine, right? It's kind of hard because LeBlanc is pushing, so that's good. You guys hit the tower. You guys straight win. There's just nothing they can really do.
Yeah,
you're siege with Baron. Yeah, LeBlanc will just kill whoever shows. Oh, this is really good. Whoever caught this is good. While they're basing, quickly quickly break their base. I think it's very good. Okay, we're taking a strange path to topside, right? Oh, actually, wait. They have a dead person, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was just standing next to my support, hoping for the best.
Unless you're ready to like flash out or you have a lantern or something. Honestly, this should be fine, right? You have flash, so I'm not worried. But it could be bad if you didn't have flash, and they just die, and then okay, so you did pretty good. It's just arrow usage, and arrow usage was kind of the big thing here, right? When it comes to any kind of fighting, so this is pretty much like not much to say.
Yeah, like I said, that game was a pretty clean game where it's just like I was hoping to find stuff that I wasn't really too sure on.
Okay,
so good. This game was fucking solo queue fiesta. This is something that happens a lot in my games. I'm like right on that D50 LP border MMR wise, where there's just every other game has someone getting 20 plus kills. In this game, the Eve gets like 25 kills, and I just don't know what to do.
Right.
I just don't know how to respond. We win, but it was very difficult.
Yeah, that's just a you probably just not how much you can do except hide and let her kill someone else, or try and debate or run around with like 3 pink wards and try and guess where she is, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Eve is pretty cancer. I banned that champion, so but yeah, we'll see what's going on in the other aspects of the game at the very least.
Yeah, I fuck up my CSing here. I was a little rusty on Twitch going into this game.
It's fine. Missing a few CS doesn't really matter in the long run. Did you have any questions from the last game, by the way? Or was it just pretty straightforward?
No, most of my questions were about wave management.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I have a couple other questions that I wrote down earlier, but I'll save those for at the end in case you answer them anyway.
Okay. Sure. They aren't pushing very fast, so this is fine. So one thing to note is that this is always a great spot for the wave to be in. This right outside your tower is always really good. So it's good that we have that. I don't know what they're doing, but they push really slow, or they didn't time it right or something. But they can't gank you or anything now. Oh, that's really awkward. What happened here? Woo, clean dodge.
I got hit by a Q to get a minion.
You almost died. Let me watch this. Oh
no, I just get hit by a Q after the minion because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I went for the second one.
In terms of laning, this is the idea that you want to pressure them when they're going for minions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you pressure Jin when he goes for minions if he's pushing?
No.
Right. So now it's the opposite. Now he's gonna pressure you when you go for minions. So this is an idea of, you know that he's gonna kill a minion, so you're gonna try and bait him to do it, and then you're gonna run away. Is the idea. So that's kind of the big idea when it comes to countering their pressure, right? Is you're baiting out their abilities because you're pretending to be stupid, and then you run away. Like, here's a common one: you go up to last hit, Misfortune kills a minion, and it hits you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what's the common strat? You walk up, pretend to hit the minion, and back off right when she shoots the Q, and then her Q hits nothing. Right. And even if you miss the minion, that's worth, because she was supposed to be in the driver's seat. Right. You never want to take a hit for a minion. Right. Because if you take a hit, especially in these patch, you're like, look at this, like you're dying, right? Literally dying. So dude, this he wasn't even, he lost all his health somehow. What the hell?
It's like auto W, and yeah, that's it.
All right, that's really weird, but seems good. Seems good.
Yeah, he was on the struggle bus this game.
All right, so they're pushing in. This is just an exercise in not getting hit, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what, your priority is don't get hit. It's like don't die, don't get hit, and then get the CS, right? The CS matters actually the least, right? At least right now, is because the reason why it matters the least is because CS is good, but if you get hit for CS, what's the next step? They're gonna dive you.
Yeah.
Right. Or the next step is they're gonna do dragon. Or the next step is they're gonna scuttle crab. Right. It's really important to make sure that the priority is making sure you don't get hit before you get the CS. Right. It doesn't matter if you get the CS or not. You're gonna outscale them later in the game. Hopefully. Halo Blades makes it kind of hard actually, but hopefully you outscale him later in the game. But the CS is the last priority. Right. You just want to make sure that as long as you don't get hit, you can be useful for your team. So sure, push this out. How come we don't push this out?
He pushed the wave into my tower and recalled.
Right.
And
so
I didn't think I could push it into his in time.
Really? Okay.
Because Twitch has really bad pushing. And...
Right. But maybe you could say something like, Zillion's gonna throw bombs on it, or using your WE combo can kill this. It is barely okay.
I maybe could have. I think they were gone by like.
What?
Now though they were in base.
Yeah, you got lucky. You got really lucky here, right?
Mm-hmm. You can even see there's like a moment where I'm not sure if I should push it or not.
Right, but here's the common idea is that if these minions had grouped up on this one minion, what would happen to the wave?
If those minions had grouped up on one?
On this guy right here.
I'm not sure what you mean. If my minions had grouped up?
So let's say...
Oh, wait. I think I know what you mean. They would get caught up on that minion and the wave wouldn't meet in the middle. They'd meet a little farther forward.
Yes, they would meet like here.
Yeah,
right,
okay.
And it's going to push towards them. You're going to lose like 2 waves, right? So that's why we were really...
okay. I see what you mean now. I hadn't even noticed that.
The usual rule is you got to push.
Okay.
Unless they're hiding here, in which case... you have to check and then push, or you need a jungle here or something. But I think you got lucky here because I think they barely met in the middle. But if they're what usually happens is that you're gonna lose like 2 waves of minions. It's never worth, right? You want to stay. You need to stay and push or something like that. So yeah, even if it did meet in the middle, you still want to stay and push, right? Why? If they had based and you want to you push this into their tower. Why is that good?
I mean, they just to sit under tower instead of giving them the option to walk around.
Well, they just lose minions straight up, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So you want to shove that thing in, and this is just like play more Twitch, I guess, because if you had thrown your cask on it and then attack the frontline minions, you're gonna push it into tower. No worries. The only one you can't push is a cannon wave, at least not until you have items, right? You can't kill the cannon wave in time. So, what's going on here? He's dead as hell. Very nice. Mm-hmm. How did this happen? Oh, jungle fight.
Yeah, fighting over Scuttle Crab. I think we lost the fight overall, but I gotta clean up at least.
Here's an example. Is this fight committed?
On their part, yeah.
Not just like in general, right? Yeah. So yes. And then the second part is, if you show up, can you help?
Yeah.
Agreed. So that's how you know. You just go. Those two things right there is committed and you can help. So you help, it's committed, you get something out of it, everyone's happy, right? Go back bot, push this in, good. Shove all this under tower. You don't really have anything to buy. I probably wouldn't base here, right?
Cutlass isn't worth it.
If this is not a cannon wave and they push in a wave, it could be kind of but honestly, okay, it's a cannon wave. You're good to go, right? Remember, if you base on a non-cannon wave, you're gonna lose a wave. Is the idea.
I generally try to base on cannon waves. I try to keep track of it.
That's good. Because it's really important, right? Otherwise, that's like you said. How do you get minions CS advantage over the enemy team? This is one of the ways to do it, right? Base timings. So yeah, if you can base without losing too much, that's really good. But if you had based on a non-cannon wave, I don't think that would be worth, right?
Right. Is the Cutlass power spike not really that good on Twitch?
No, it's pretty good.
I know on Lucian it feels really good.
It's not bad at all. It's just you don't want to lose minions if you can help it, right? If you have a choice, you always want to pick the minions, essentially, right? Otherwise, it's like losing minions for like nothing, right? It's like sure we base for a Cutlass, but it's not worth 7 minions. It's not losing. Yeah, exactly. It's just like wait a minute, I don't know about that one. Oh shit, he's okay. You can fight. Pretty sure it's auto win. You just Cutlass him. Oh, never mind. He missed bombs. So, whoo, that got really dicey there for a second. Okay, LeBlanc is coming, but it's really obvious, so they're running away. Oh, they saw LeBlanc running away, but in comes Talia. Holy shit, she's just killing him. Okay, this is really awkward, isn't it? You're gonna kill her. Seems good. Good. 3v2, easy. Sure. You want to check for their jungler right after a fight happens. You want to check for their jungler, right? So I think you're fine here against Eve, but if she's level 6, maybe not, right? This is an example of let's say a fight breaks out and right here. Let's say something just happened. The next step is anyone else coming? So this is how you deal with like Eve, Rengar, Talon, whatever, right? So let's say it was mid lane Talon, he's gonna kill you right now, right? So instead of pushing, we would know to base, right? But honestly, actually, is Talon whoever's their mid laner coming? It's a very high possibility, right?
Yeah. I don't
know. Dude, Cass didn't eat. Yeah, you guys are fucking dead. I think, right? You guys should be dead. Look, he's been missing for who knows how long, since like now.
Yeah.
Right. So Cass and Eve on the way. And maybe top TP. That's like the first thing you want to think of after a play has been made. After people have died, the next step is what next. So if you say push, you have to make sure that people aren't ganking you. So that's one thing to note for. Wait. Speak of the devil. Hold up. Who is this?
Remember that 20 kill Eve I mentioned? This is where it all starts.
Right. So this is exactly what we meant. Is that. This is what's gonna happen. I'm just surprised that Cassin isn't here or TP isn't coming, right? It was just Eve by herself. I guess she just kills you guys. So
I was pissed, dude. She pink warded the bush to see my stealth recall.
Wow, unlucky. But I mean, she got zillion, so that's already feels bad, man. She even missed. That's like so sad. She's right. So this is how you prevent it. Okay, this is the general rule of thumb / habit you want to develop. Okay. After something has happened, you want to reevaluate. So let's go back to our example of, let's say we want to just hold the wave. We're just trying to survive, and then our jungler comes. Okay, reevaluate. We want to gank. So the question is, do you want this gank to go? Do we want this gank to go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, why and why not?
Okay, so my logic was I didn't want it to go because they knew that LeBlanc was coming. They had already backed up. We didn't have vision on their jungler. It felt really forced to me. Right. This is you guys getting counter ganked, so this could be disaster really quick. Right. Yeah.
That's how you know. You reevaluate.
Especially if their blue buff has just spawned, I'm generally really scared to be doing anything because solo queue junglers tend to just pass straight towards their buffs.
Right. She could be right here. Insta kill the Talia. Right. So that's really awkward. So that's what we mean though, is that whenever something changes in our whenever something changes in the game, right? You need to update your plan of what you're gonna do next, right? So let's say it's just 2v2. Okay, what's our plan? Wait for we're gonna last hit and wait for a Zillion to get bombs off. That would be an example, right? Or let's say in your scrims, we're gonna shove them in all day, right? Something happens, like people showing up, update your plan, right? Something happens, like after a fight, you update your plan, right? After people die, you gotta reevaluate every time. It's like a constant process, right? So here, that's how I knew you were gonna die, right? Like I literally said it before it happened. Is that, oh shit, you guys are staying so long. It seems like you'd get ganked, and you did get ganked, because if you were on the other team, that's exactly what you would do, right? So the way to avoid that is making sure you always have a plan, and you know that they can't beat it for whatever reason, right? Here, our plan is push, but we weren't thinking about their ganking, so they just killed us. So how do we know that TP is coming in and jungle is coming? Well, you've died to it a million times, so have I, right? So that's how you know. Yeah, if it can happen, it's coming. Oh, right. So Talia's trying to gank without knowing where their jungler is. This time she did get punished, which is what's supposed to happen, right? Yeah. So that's kind of awkward. But okay, and then go bot. Sure. Sure. And you wait until your team is alive. Or actually, Eve is top, so it's 2v2. Maybe you can find a Zillion stun you can win. Other than that, you don't really want to trade. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, you have an extra person. Oh, you can kill him so fast that no amount of Cassidy and TP will save them. Seems good. Nice gank by LeBlanc. Oh, she's dead too. Oh, you're okay, I hope.
Yeah,
push this out.
I healed as soon as I thought she was going to ignite. I don't think I needed to heal.
Same thing.
Nullifying orb this game too.
Yeah, I think the heal is probably not needed, but it's okay. Okay, we see Eve, so it's fine. You can base here. Good. I don't think you have an option to roam mid because Cassidy can just ulti away. So we're just staying bot. Sure. And then the plan is still the same, right? We're just gonna sit here and just farm until Zillion can land a bomb or something like that. Until something else changes. We're just gonna last hit. What?
I don't know. I don't know what that was. I honestly thought Eve was around when he did that.
What?
So I thought Eve was around, so I pink warded immediately and backed out. But she never shows up, so she went mid instead. I don't know why Jin did that.
That was strange. Okay, now you can just kill him, I'm pretty sure. Here's walk up and oh, okay, how do you know you win this when you see this?
Zillion has ult.
Let's okay, this is true. Let's talk about matchups though. So in terms of matchups, right? When we say, you know, poke, catch, trade, all in, whatever, what is Twitch usually considered as?
All in.
Okay, agreed. What about Jin and Morgana?
Poke and catch.
Right, they want to catch people. I don't know about poke, but yeah, they want to catch people, right?
Poke, I feel like in lane.
Yeah, you could argue that Airy poke is pretty annoying, and Jin Qs could count as poke, right? But you know the way they win, like 90% of times, they just fucking stun. They CC someone to death, right? So how do you know? How did I know that you had won when you saw this? When I saw this?
Because they used their catch already, and they didn't get anything.
Right, agreed. It's just not enough value on their catch. So you just run in here, play the ranking him, you win automatically, right? So play the ranking him. Oh, we didn't play the ranking him, so he might get away, but he would have died, right? Oh wow, he did die. Very good. So that was really good. Good stuff. So it seems like in terms of if you needed like laning help or lane, I did like make more laning more consistent. I mean, lane seems fine to me. What do you think?
See, in this case, he just kind of ints though. The Jin ends up just straight inting, which is why we win despite Eve being so fed. I think for me, I'm very not confident in my own like wave management is the main thing I guess that I get in my own head about, and I don't really get kills in lane unless like my support like hands them to me on a silver platter, or it's really obvious.
I mean, that's kind of how it should be, right? Yeah, it's not really your job to be fishing for kills. So yeah, AD carry in a nutshell.
It just feels bad to be like 0-0-1 up 20 CS, not sure what to do.
So okay, let's take a look at we could take a look at some examples on wave management and stuff like that after this. Then, like examples of other players doing it,
Sure.
and see if that helps at all. Oh, okay, Eve is coming. I think you guys want to run. Wow, he is gonna fuck Eve up.
Yeah.
One more hit. Wow, very nice, dude. That's a throw. Yo, you guys are winning now.
That shit caught me off guard. I think I spam pinged them back and just stayed in range in case something happened.
Okay. Oh, what's going on here? I don't think you wanted the ulti here, but maybe you did. Wow. I can't believe you're killing him so fast, dude. This season just messes with my brain, dude. I have no idea.
Everyone
Good
does
find
so
though.
much damage. It's insane.
Good find. Good find. You don't have to clear that yet, but you are gonna have to go bot now. Now you guys fine. Oh, what's going on? That oh, he's gone. Maybe he's gone. LeBlanc's got him, or he doesn't got him. Actually, they're staying, aren't they? Okay, I think you guys can maybe fight, but you just want to go bot. I'm pretty sure. At this point, it's too late. You need to go bot.
I'm spam pinging everyone back. Just waiting.
Right, that's good. That's good. You shove this out. Oh, here comes Eve. Oh, Monka S. Okay, let's watch this.
Start of it. Yep, this is the start of the Monka S.
So what happened here?
I think I tried walking near my Zillion so I would feel safer, and there was an Evelyn sitting there.
All right, so we say unlucky, but you shouldn't have left your tower, right? Because you know Zillion's on the way.
Yep.
Like Eve would have hit Zillion, you could kill her, right? So I think here you just like something happened that made you want to go to your Zillion, but you just got yourself killed.
I was like, I feel like Evelyn's around. Zillion has all. I should be in ult range of him so I don't die because I thought I could die under tower. So
here's an example.
Near him and I just die.
Here's an example of the habit that we talked about earlier would prevent something like this, right? So let's say you see this massive wave coming in. You know Eve is down here, Jin is here. What's the plan?
Soak up the wave.
Okay, you sit under tower, kill the wave, and then the second caveat to that is if they go on Zillion, we fight, right?
Okay.
That's simple, right? And then you execute on the plan, and then afterwards you see whether or not it worked, and you can say, okay, this plan doesn't work because Eve kills too fast, or Eve's diving me, or whatever. But you have a plan, and then you execute on it, and then that's kind of how you make sure things get done the way you want in game, right? So if we had that plan in mind, we would not have run up to the tri-bush, right? That's the idea, is making sure you always know what's going on. Because I think you made like a sudden decision to like run up for some reason. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, Zillion's here, let's go. But we didn't stop to kind of it wasn't exactly you didn't explicitly tell yourself what you were gonna do. Otherwise, you would be fine here. You just kill all these minions, you're good to go, right? Okay, York does not want to fight this. I'm pretty sure you guys are losing 2v3. Uh-oh. Wait, he flashed. What am I watching? Wow, that got really awkward. He got like minion blocked in the York thing. Wow, interesting. Okay, sure. And they all die because, like I said, 2v3, right? Interesting. Seems good. Okay, go bot. We're gonna clear this out. Oh, motherfuck.
And this is the Monka.
Oh no. Okay, so there are two parts to this. Okay, so when we say stop, reevaluate, make a plan, the second part is make sure there's no counterplay. So let's say, for example, you want to go for waves, there's no counterplay. Like 10-0 Rengar isn't diving you, right? So what's our counterplay? Maybe Zillion's hiding behind us, ready to ulti, right? Something like that. Or you're going to flash over a wall, whatever. Here, this is the same thing as like the first time you died, which is you want to get the wave, someone's gonna come stop you, we don't care, we're gonna get the wave anyways, so then you die, right? That's the classic. I'm serious. That's the classic. That's the wave to die. Yeah, that's the classic. Like that. I mean, how do I know people think like this? Is because I think like this, right? Yep. It's like I want to fucking get it, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, and you fucking die, right? Because it's super obvious. So how do you stop this? Do something that won't get you killed. Right, so what's something that won't get us killed? We can ward red and take red, right? Something like that. Or wait until your team is alive and then go with your team, right? You can run top here. I think running top here isn't the worst option either. You can run mid here, right? But you know, Eve was literally just here, right? So you know that she's on this side of the map. maybe you can't get your jungle because she's gonna kill you, but don't go to that side of the map if you're gonna get one shot. If that makes any sense, right? So
yeah. So just go like take wolves or something instead.
right.
Or
So here's the thing that will make your play consistent. Okay, is come up with an idea of what you want to do. Make sure that they can't beat it, like they're diving you or whatever, right? Say you wanna siege this tower, they're gonna hard engage with TP behind you. Okay, that's how you know you don't siege a tower, right? Come up with your plan, make sure it's good, and then when something happens, you update it. Right? You see Garen in the river. Does that change you getting this wave? No. Okay, keep going. Right? That's how you know what to do at all times. That way, I think the times you die is when something unexpected happens, like you're getting ganked all of a sudden, right? Or your plan didn't quite work out, like you guys are sieging top, and then it didn't work the way you guys wanted it to. I think that's kind of where you're going wrong, if anywhere, right? If there's a thing to work on, it's kind of this idea of making sure you always know what you want to do, because sometimes it seems like you're confused. Okay, this is just free. Oh, okay. So let's come up with let's talk about this. So in terms of what we just said, what's our plan?
My plan is to come down and join this team fight.
Okay, so specifically, we're gonna hit someone, right? We're gonna hit Morgana. Okay, so what's the counter to this? He's gonna fucking one-shot you,
Evelyn
right?
shows up or Garen, who.
So is it worth if you do this? Probably not. So that's how you know you can't do it, right? This is similar to, let's say Hecarim is missing. You join the team fight, you get one shot by Hecarim. Was that your mistake?
Yeah.
Right. So it's the same idea. Is you want to do something, you make sure there's zero counterplay. That's the important part. Is that there's zero counterplay, right? And then you can do it. Right? Let's say, for example, you come out here and you say, if I have flash, I can beat Eve. So you come out here, auto attack, flash immediately when she shows up. That's your counterplay, right? If you can't come up with a plan that works, this is what's gonna happen every time. I promise you, it's gonna happen every single time because it happens to everyone, right? You need to make sure that what you're doing has no way for them to stop it, or if they have a way to stop it, you have a way to stop them from stopping you, if that makes any sense, right? It's like a mind game sometimes, right? Because you always have to have an out. Let's say they have Trundle Yasuo, okay, and you're playing Twitch and you have Flash and QSS, and Trundle goes for a Flash pillar. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Right. As long as your plan is we're gonna QSS Flash, you're good to go, right? But if you didn't have that, then you're fucked, right? You just get insta one shot. So. That's the kind of idea you need that needs to be solid. Is like here, you're dead to E from behind. I would imagine. She just flash, Q, E, whatever, and ulti, and Zillion cannot save you guys in time. It's just lucky that she went for the front. So
yeah. So in that kind of situation, when I'm in solo queue, like if I can't join a fight, do I just spam ping my team back and hope for the best?
Right, I'll spam ping whoever is gonna fuck us up. Like Pantheon is the common one. You spam ping Pantheon, he's coming right now. Spam ping Twisted Fate, right? He's coming right now. In this case, you saw Eve topside. I would run down here and go invisible. Okay. How can she find you? No idea. Yeah. And then you can enter the fight from this side maybe, or you enter on Eve when she goes for someone else, right?
Right.
So you'd be invisible here. Oh, she comes out. You can hit Jin or something like that. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I think you just need to make sure that you're predicting what they're gonna do in terms of they're coming for you. That's literally her only job, is to come and kill your ass for free. That's what she's gonna do every time. Same with Kassadin, right? Same with whatever top laner, any solo laner, support. They're all gonna do the same thing. Is they're gonna try and kill you for free. They're gonna do it. So, oh, you're gonna die here. How do we know?
Because I'm doing dragon with no wards.
Okay, true. But what specifically is gonna kill you? How do I know that you're gonna die to Kassadin?
Because Kassadin was just mid, and,
right, and you have no way to stop Kassadin. This is the idea of counterplay. There's no way to stop him, right? How do we know? Oh, Zillion's gonna throw bombs. He just ultis away, right? And then if he tries to bomb himself, oh, it doesn't work, right? So, okay, good. You actually got away. Well, hold on. Let me watch this. Hold up.
Zillion just speed boost.
Oh shit, you're right, dude. Fucking, you're fast as fuck. All right, well, you guys get away, but that's the. Oh wait, no, never mind. No, you guys didn't quite get away, right? Oh my god, she killed Cassidy. Wait a minute. Wow, you guys got lucky.
Anything can happen at Plat.
Wow, that was a PogChamp. I would not base here though. Why?
Evelyn.
Eve literally just saw you run from Cassidy and kill a whole
She
wave.
saw me take the
So
whole wave, yeah.
right, so I would be under tower or
think
run
my
further.
butthole was
Okay,
clenched right here.
right,
I
I would
knew what
literally
was
be
gonna
under
happen.
tower. Yeah. This is a common. That's a common mistake.
That's
I
something
think.
that I do a lot. I greed for minion waves a lot, and then I like pat myself on the back for having 10 CS a minute in plat.
Right, you want to run. You want to run
Shut
the
up.
instant you're fearing something, right?
Yeah.
You should be okay here as long as you're ready to stopwatch Eve. Okay, you can fight this. Oh, Eve is right there. Oh, perfect. You guys won, right? And I don't know if you planned it out like that, but you know, you should be planning it out. She's gonna ulti if you're not careful. All right, there you go. Easy. Okay. Holy shit. I thought you almost didn't get her, which is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But you had the right idea. The problem I have with this is just you just didn't know, right? You need to wait until she shows up.
So I got to kill.
Right, exactly. So if she had gone for you, well,
Then I'm dead.
you weren't ready with your stopwatch. I'm pretty sure because your screen wasn't there. So it's the same
I
idea
buy
though.
the stopwatch and she one shots me before I can stopwatch multiple times.
Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, that happens to me too all the time. It's just like, oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, no one can stop you here except Cassidy, right? Where's Cassidy? Oh, he's bot. Okay, so we're okay. You got like 5 seconds to make this happen. So you got plenty of time. So sure, guys, go Baron. Can they stop you? No. So that's how you know you can do it, right? Oh. You better not fuck this up, Talia. Okay, we're good.
Got it.
Monka S. Wait, what the hell, really?
Yeah, look at chat.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, that's fucking scary. But you know, okay. So, how do you know you can get this?
He's mid.
Exactly. That's the first thing you need to do every time. I promise you. This has to be a habit. Otherwise, you're always dead at this, right? How do you know you can get this? Eve's mid. If she's not mid, you can't get this, right? Because let's say she comes out, you stopwatch. Okay, she sits on your body and you die anyways, right? So that's how you know is that Eve's mid, so you can get this. Otherwise, you can't get this, right? Here's the thing about playing against assassins is that if no one dies to the assassins, you guys win the game. They become useless. And then they fail assassination once, and you guys win Baron or something like that, right?
Right.
It's just kind of what happened. Oh, wait, here we go, right? It's the same idea. It's always the same idea.
Wave, then I take Krugs and then I die.
Right. So here you say, what's the plan? I want to get Krugs. Who can stop me? Eve. Do I get Krugs? No. Right. You say you want to do something. Who can stop me? Can I beat it? That's your 3-step process to winning League of Legends. Okay, is what I think. That's literally you died 5 times to this. That's the only time you died. The only time you made major mistakes is because you weren't prepared. So this habit will help you be prepared always. Okay, and this is like something that isn't like, oh, just do it for like 5 games, you're good to go. No, you do it for the rest of your life. Like if you can do this for the rest of your however long you play League, then you're good. This is honestly like yeah. Oh yeah, like I said, right? Your plan is Zonya's is not gonna do anything. She sits on your body, right? How do we know? I tried it. so you just die. So that's how you know, right? So this is the idea that kind of permeates through any kind of game, right? They're gonna do this thing. What am I gonna do to stop it? Whoops. Oh, here we go. Do you play any other games, by the way?
No, yeah. Right now I play almost all League and a game called RimWorld, if you've ever heard of it. But before that,
RimWorld. That's like the survival game.
Yeah,
that one looks really fun. Wait, is
a good time?
Is it only single player?
It is only single player. Yeah,
I see.
But it's a really good time.
I don't know much about RimWorld.
Semi-competitively.
Oh, StarCraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a classic. Like, you know, what are you gonna do when they fucking storm your troops? Wait, you're just gonna sit there, right? You have to know. It's like super obvious. You know what they're gonna do. So you have to come up with a way to beat it. And let's say they don't storm your troops. That's fine because you have something else in play. That was their good play, right? It's like you need to make sure you have counterplay for everything. Because the reason why you need counterplay for everything is because if you don't have counterplay, that implies that they've won. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's say, for example, you're playing Twitch, you have 6 items, you run into their backline, you kill everyone. They apparently they
There's no
forgot Twitch
counter clicking.
existed. Yeah. Apparently they forgot about Twitch or something because they could have
Right.
put 5 pink words down around them or something.
It's like how I
right?
forgot about Eve and could have put 5 pink words.
Exactly. Like I'm serious. When I play against you, I carry 3 pink words, and you say my team has the front. She will show up in the front, so I will ward the side or the back, and then she can't approach us, right? So that's how you can play. I mean, that's Rengar too. You pink whoever gets exclamation marked, and then you see where he is immediately, right? That's the idea. Let's see what's going on here now.
She chases me through the entire jungle, and my spidey senses were tingling.
Jesus Christ!
I knew I was in a bad spot, and I just stealthed and ran.
Oh baby!
No, Zillion forgot to ult.
What the fuck? Well, I'm surprised he fucking died. What?
Yeah.
What did you die to?
I don't even know, man.
She queued you as she was ulting out. She literally... How is this possible? Why is this a thing? She queued... Look at this. This thing is like not... This is not her body anymore. And she's killing you with it. Are you serious? Okay, you always say this is unlucky, but now you know she one-shots you. Without charm
She's
or anything like that.
23 and 5 currently.
Right, that's fucking seems good. All right, you just need to buy GA at this point, and then eat up an ulti.
Yeah. So in the situation, you buy GA before Infinity Edge.
I mean, what do you need Infinity Edge for?
Yeah.
Kill
I'm just
Garen
dying before I can do any damage.
All right, so okay, I don't think you can help this fight. You have no ulti. Okay. Okay. Seems good. This is real unlucky, huh? Oh. That seems good. Same thing here, right? This is why I said basing outside your tower was pretty.
That's literally just me not knowing Eve well enough.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, she's gonna do that
there
shit.
Are a couple champions like that where I just don't know them super well. Mordekaiser too. It's like I know what he does, but I don't know like the limits of the champion exactly.
Oh my god, how do you guys win this game?
She literally flashes over the base wall to get kills.
Like... How do you win this game? Oh wait, that was a throw by her. You got a shutdown. No. Oh, you're dead here. How do we know?
Because I walked point blank up to a Kassadin.
How did he not kill you?
Yeah, I think I got caught in the minions while I was kiting, so I just committed.
Wait, I actually don't know how he didn't kill you. That's definitely one shot. This is definitely one shot range. Wait a minute. Dude, I'm so confused.
Nullifying orb? Do I have nullifying orb?
Oh, maybe. It's not up.
Oh, damn.
It didn't proc.
I was about to say there's a 200 IQ rune choice.
Wait, maybe I can't tell, honestly.
It's not up. It shows like mana flow band shows above your abilities. So
yeah,
it's not up.
I'm pretty sure you should die here, but you got lucky or something. So
yeah, I got lucky for sure.
It's the same thing. Do you have a way to beat him from jumping on you? Answer is no. So that's how you know you can't do it, right? It's all the same.
Like I was 4-item Twitch when I was 2-item Twitch.
Right. But yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same idea. Okay. Is 1, you want to do something, like you want to get this wave. 2, can they stop you? Okay, Eve is here. 3, don't do it. Right? We can't beat it. Right? How do we know Eve could be here? She just runs down. But let's say you have a good guess and that she's going to Baron. Then it has to be like a really educated guess for you to do this. Okay. And even then, they can use that to trick you. Like let's say, for example, the common one at high elo is you guys can't see dragon and you see the notification dragon's been taken. So you say, okay, Rengar's at dragon. You push out a wave, you died a Rengar. What happened? He left dragon before his team killed it because they didn't need to smite it. It was pinked, right? So you got tricked. So that's why even educated guesses can be kind of dicey. So you have to know for sure what's going on before. Oh, like I said, right? Like I said, educated guess is that she's at Baron. She's fucking sitting at your inhibitor.
That made me upset because she respawned.
Holy shit!
Beeline down mid.
Dude, what the actual fuck is this?
She literally respawns and ignores Baron, beelines down mid, and kills me at my inhibitor. Like,
right.
I think that's my last death of the game, though. So
this is what you need to do: is just play the game like it's a horror game, and they're gonna come out and kill you. Like that's actually how League of Legends is played. That's how you know you're a good player. Is if you can beat everything they can do. If you have counterplay for everything, that's how you know you can win, right? The reason why you just can't do anything in this game is because she just comes at you, and then you just like pretend she doesn't exist. I don't know what's going on, but You're still focusing on other people, but Eve is exists. Well, I mean she's dead here, but you know what I mean.
No,
right?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you're trying to kill Jin in that mid fight earlier, and then she killed Zillion instead. So that was pretty luck, but this Jin has 13 deaths. What the fuck?
I know. Like I said, the only reason we win is because Jin doesn't want to win.
He was literally useless. He was more useless than you, I think. Somehow.
Yeah. That's what I kept saying to my team.
Oh my god! Oh my god, she fucked you guys. Look at this. Hit 4 people. She had 4 things with that. I mean, one of them is a clone, but wow.
Yeah.
She's not getting away though. I hope. Oh my god, she's killing this guy. All right. Well, we know what you want to what you need to work on though. I think this Jin is literally inting. Okay. Definitely 3-step process. You want to do something. Can they stop? Who can stop you? This is the question. And then can you beat that? Okay, because you can actually beat that sometimes. Like, let's say if you're stopwatch against Yasuo ulti, I don't know, whatever. There's like stopwatch against Sejuani ulti, for example, right? You can beat that. But that's the 3-step process. It happens literally any stage of the game. You start Baron. Who can stop you? How do you beat it? Here's a classic one. You're playing Tristana, and the jungler is like trying to jump over the wall to kill the Baron. So what do? You ulti him when it's at 2k. Yeah, exactly. Right? That's it. So you want to do Baron? He's gonna stop you by jumping in and smiting. How do you beat that? Your solution is ulti him. Okay, good. Nope. And then his solution is like flash in your face so you ulti the wrong direction or something. I don't know. Right. But that's how you need to play the game. It's not like you see things and then do something. It's you want to do something and you know what they're gonna do, so you find a way to beat it. Okay. That's kind of how you need to think about it.
A lot of the times I get my idea of what I want to do, and I
then
go for that despite what they can do to counter.
Right, exactly. That's the classic is that people in bronze have no clue what they're doing, right? And then you get higher in the ranks, and then people have some idea of what they want to do, but they fall for a trap every time, right? And then you get higher in the ranks, and you say, okay, now it's kind of a guessing game. Is this right? Is this not right? And then at the highest stages of the game, it's everyone knows what you can do and what you can't do. And now you try and trick people, right? So that's kind of where you're at, is making sure you know that there's counterplay, because clearly there's counterplay to what you want to do, like get the wave or something like that, right? So make sure that if you want to beat their counter, like Eve is ganking you, you have Zillion right behind you, right? And you say trading Zillion ult for Eve ult is good, and then you're gonna kill her or something like that. I don't know. Oh my god, if she dies, PogChamp.
I went for the wild turtle play.
But that's pretty reactionary.
I flashed
over
a wall to kill another.
I mean, that's good. That's good.
My logic was I have Guardian Angel, so even if I die, they clean up.
Right. And you guys end because you got Baron. Okay, seems good. But that's the big picture, right? Is you want to do something, they're gonna do something about it. How do you beat it, right? In terms of like mid game stuff, let's take a look at some examples. How about that? You said you wanted to look at like, what was it, like wave management or something? I don't remember.
It was just wave management in the early game for the most part, and then there are a couple of small things like, for example, if we're playing around Baron, setting up bot to slow push, but that's something that top laners normally do.
All right, that's not
like,
really.
I shouldn't be bot lane if Baron's up.
All right, let's take a look at this. This is my most recent gameplay video thing. So you said wave management in the lane, okay? So let's say, look at this lane, right? This is Kaiser Shen versus Quinn Blitzcrank, right? So how is this lane supposed to play out? What is the matchup like? What do you think?
They have a lot of pressure on you. If you get hit by a blitz hook, you die.
Right, so they have really good catch.
Mm-hmm.
And what about us?
Your all-in is good post 6, but Shen is looking to make plays around the map with his ult.
Well, this is all pre-6 stuff. Post-6 actually changes, right? Post-6 is really different. But like just the first 5 levels, what do we want to do?
Stay alive and soak up waves.
Well, in terms of like, do we want to trade? Do we want to catch people? Do we want to all-in? Do we want to poke? Out of those categories, what would we be?
I honestly don't know. I feel like you can maybe trade in certain situations, but I feel like Quinn just wins trades against Kaiser.
Yeah, you probably don't want to trade, right? Because you're getting hit by Q, or maybe if she can't hit you because she used it or something, then you can trade. But you want to all in, right? Have you never seen Shen taunt someone they insta die?
I've seen it. I just
Shen's all in is pretty disgusting.
I generally don't see
it
happen unless it's a flash taunt.
Right. Basically, any champ like this with Aftershock, they're gonna kill you, right? They're gonna solo kill you, actually, right? This is Pike,
Yeah,
this is
yeah. I've
Shen,
seen
this is
Alistars do it
Alistar.
all the time.
Oh yeah, Alistar is a fucking big offender of that, right? So, and then next question is, can you push? Let's see. Quinn Blitz versus Trundle. Quinn Blitz, Trundle versus Shen Kaisa. What do you think? Can we push?
I'm split on it. So my thing against Blitzcranks and Thrash is a lot of the times if I'm pushing, I feel safer because I have minions to hide behind.
All right, this is a
But
hard
it's tough to
maybe.
get the pushing, yeah.
All right, this is
I
a
give
hard
you
maybe.
maybe.
But we'll say if we see Trundle, we'll say yeah. All right. But we definitely want to push for the first few waves. How come we didn't push here? What do you think?
They got to lane first.
Yes, that's it. So you give up the first. You can't do anything about it. So make sure you don't get caught by the hook, which is their win condition, right? Fast forward, clear this as fast as possible, right? We want to push now because you know that there's no threat of a gank, and we can get level 2. So, oh, they got level 2 first. So make sure you don't get screwed. Sure.
See, this is one of those things, like I mentioned, I know the really obvious, like, Reddit armchair analysts. Like, I'm Caitlyn into a short-range champion. I push to tower. But, like, this matchup, I wouldn't know to push. I would probably just sit with the wave where it is until I'm level 6 before I start pushing.
All right, so this is the big idea is making sure you know these matchups. Like the categories is I think the best way to figure it out because while when it comes to more specific stuff, it's not as helpful. You can easily identify what you're supposed to do.
Right.
In the first, like when you see the loading screen, like, oh, I know if we all in, I flash the hook, we win. That's all you need to know, right? When it comes to fights. And then you're good to go, right? And then as I say, push or not push, and then you have your easy solution to land. Wow, that was an awful W. Whoops, that was a mistake. But sure, we have Gragas here, so we're pretty safe. Push us in, right? Fast forward. Shove. Oh, that was a good tank by Blitzcrank. And then definitely don't want to get hooked, right? So that's kind of awkward. Stay back, but we're still trying to push. We're going to hit Blitz whenever we can. Let's see. Did we do anything crazy here? I think we did something interesting here. Why did we do this? What do you think?
You were standing behind the minions, so you were still safe?
He can kill the minion, can he?
Who, Quinn?
Right. Yeah, it's counterplay. He's going to Q auto attack, I lose. So how come I could do this?
Blitz is so far back.
Did he know I was going to do this?
Oh, no. He's autoing.
He had no clue.
I see him autoing that minion, yeah.
Right. He had no idea.
What I'm trying to do more when I'm laning is looking at my own minion's health to know if they're about to auto a minion. I try to trade stance, I think is the term I hear people spam.
Right.
Yeah, I try to go into a trading stance.
Right. But if you make it obvious, then you're gonna get fucked, right? So the reason why I did is because I knew he wasn't paying attention. Right. Oh, and then we got punished a little bit. That's kind of awkward. It wasn't the worst, but probably not good. Fast forward. We're still trying to shove this in. Would be happy if Trundle ganks us as long as we don't die. Oh, Blitz is taking free damage. Seems good. Oh, Quinn's getting hit. Sure. But in terms of wave management, this is like we said. We're just going to shove if we decide beforehand if we want to shove or not, right? And the game state has not changed. We didn't have to change our plan, right?
Right.
Nothing happened for us to change our plan. If our jungle dies, plan changes. If they die, plan changes. If mid dies, plan changes, right? Or it might change. You have to go and figure it out, right? If you hit level 6, the plan might change, right? If they get low HP, same is basically whenever something happens you think is significant enough, that's when you take a look and we figure out what you're supposed to do, right? Like you see, oh, mid has the base. This looks really bad. Okay, we don't want to do anything crazy because we're gonna get punished, right? If you lose HP, if your support loses HP, or if your support misses a hook, it's the same thing. You're gonna have to change your plan, right? That's the big idea. You always have to know what the plan is in the first place, though, right? And when to update it. Oh, free W's, seems good. So far, lane is pretty basic, right?
Right.
Nothing too crazy. So we're happy with that, right? Because I think we're outscaling. Oh, okay. What happened here? Let's watch. Okay, this is a maybe. Oh, they mistook. This is an automatic win, right? So you just run it down. You just run it down to see if you can help. And then looks like we couldn't. Sure. Oh, feels bad. Feels bad. Oh, I think he's trolling. Oh, PogChamp. Now do you see why I didn't flash in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah, barrier, right? So
Mhm.
he had counterplay, but then Shen did it, and then he got the
Shen
barrier.
didn't care, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
he got the
that
barrier,
range on
so
that taunt was actually crazy.
yeah, it's
I
pretty
could hear
nuts.
Tyler yelling.
Oh God, yeah, that's pretty awkward, but right. So it's kind of how it works, right? And then see here after this fight, right? Remember, after anything happens, your plan has to update. Okay, where's the jungler? Are we safe? We're still fine. We have flash, right? For us, it didn't change, but they're low HP, so we're calling out for a dive, right? See, we're pinging a lot of help here. So Greg is coming, we're diving, right? So before we couldn't dive, but now we can, right? You always update what you're planning to do. And then people die. Chandos ends up being here, but they're all dead already. And then you base because it's at the tower. Pretty simple, right?
Right.
Come back to lane. Take a look at this. What should we do with the wave? This is when you decide. As you're coming back to lane, you decide, what do I do with the wave?
Right. I would say just keep pushing it. But
what do we do with it and
I'm
why?
not confident in that. Push it because you can. Right? To play.
So let's say we get
Especially
ganked by
if he's on
Trundle.
Dragon, I would push it to try and get some pressure, but can't really push it.
Right, it's looking kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw Gragas on Dragon too, so I was like, okay, maybe we should try to help. But we definitely don't want to YOLO push anymore. Why is that? We would only push if Gragas is here.
Oh, you have no flash.
Yes, no flash. So how do we die? They pillar us and we have no way out.
Right.
That's automatic hook, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh, you got debated. Look at this. Quinn Q seems good. Oh, you got debated again, right? So this is the idea: is you know what they want to do.
Next to your minions, and you just run behind them.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah,
if you ever play against Ezreal,
yeah, I do that when I'm against Ezreal sometimes, but for some reason I never think to do it against other champions.
Right. It's literally always anytime you know what they want, you can bait it out. Okay. Anytime you know what they want, you can bait it out. The prime example was you're bot lane farming a wave by yourself, and I said if Zillion sits behind you, you're gonna win because you know Eve is coming down, right? In solo queue, the most basic attack is always gonna happen, like a gank. If you see the gank coming, it's always happening. So you get your TP ready or your counter gank ready, right?
Right.
And then here, how come we're not just hard shoving?
Gragas is top side.
Right. We gotta make sure 100% safe. So we're gonna build up a massive wave. And then we're pinging. This guy's fucking here.
So part of the reason for building up the massive wave is that it protects you in a gank because it kind of functions as the third player.
Exactly. You have another person. Unless their gank is so fast, these minions don't matter, right? An example, or like a special case. Right. Or special case, which is actually something I learned by playing against Jinx, is that Jinx kills the whole wave immediately. I did not know that until it happened, and I was like, oh shit, right? So that's the primary reason though. You have so many minions that it's really hard for them to gank because oh shit, we're dying. Everyone run. Whew, Monka S. You saw we healed immediately though, right?
Yep.
It's instantly losing. Right. That's their win condition. Instantly losing. So you gotta run. Instantly? Oh yeah. You don't heal instantly, you're losing. You're 100% losing. I
usually wait like a quarter second. Like if the person is full health and gets hooked, for example, I wait until like they're half health or
if you think there's an all-in and you're gonna get ignited, you're never gonna live long enough to wait out the ignite. Yeah. So that's why. Oh, we're doing something interesting. Doing something spicy. I think we're gonna die here. We're gonna get this kill at least. Oh, he's dead too. Ooh, he's upset. Oh, that was a nice Q by him though. So what happened here? What was the plan? That's always the first question. So here
for you,
let's take a look. Let's take a look what's going on. So something just happened. We just pushed in, and then it looks like we're running away, right? Okay, so what's the plan here?
Stay alive and reset the minion wave.
I don't think that's a good enough plan. At least that's not what I'm thinking.
Okay, what's your plan?
We're looking for an all-in, right?
Right.
Like we said, that's our matchup.
I thought you
And
meant
then
immediately after the gank. Yeah.
oh, well, that is immediately after the gank, right?
Yeah.
Right after the gank, you're like, okay, what do we do next? You're gonna base, you base immediately, no hesitation, right? You always need to know what you're doing, but we're staying because we're like, do you see what I pinged?
Yeah.
We're ready for counter gank. We're ready our TP, right?
Okay,
But
yeah,
then the Trundle didn't come out, so it was like, oh, okay. And then Darius goes back to lane, so. And then we find the all-in, so we win because of matchup, purely matchup based, right? And he started with less HP than normal. Push us in. What are you gonna do next? You're gonna auto base, right? I hope we were basing. What are we doing? Oh, we think we can do this? I don't think so. Yeah, I want to base. Okay. We stayed a little bit. That's probably not good though. We definitely wanted a base. Yeah, I think that it's better to base there instead of hitting tower. Honestly, we're losing too much pressure, right? Like what's Blitz and Quinn doing right now? That was a mistake, I think. Woo. Okay. Push the lane because we see them, right? Here's a question: is this a committed fight mid?
Yeah.
Can we help?
No.
So that's how you know. You go bot. By the time you get there, it's over. There's nothing you can do. So that's how you know. The 2 questions will tell you whether or not you go help or not, right? Okay. Fast forward. You just shove this in because you know no one's here, right? The plan is you want to hit the tower. Who can stop us? No one. They're all mid or dead, right? So sure, that part is fine. And then finish the tower. Okay. Does our plan change? Yes. Okay. What do we do next? Okay. Let's do Krugs. Is my guess, right? Or base and go top. Okay. I think that's fine. Base and go top is good. That's actually a lot better. Wow. Why did I say Krugs? I guess I didn't think about rotating.
80 carry mains.
Yeah, dude. Feels bad, man. Oh, okay. Looks like the plan is cover mid. Right? Who can stop us? No one. We have a ward here, so they're not gonna cut us off. And then we can proceed. Sure. Okay, this could be spicy. But it looks like we're gonna get away with it. Because we see Garen and Talon, so we're happy. Go top. Who can stop us? No one. Good to go. Oh, why did we go mid? Oh, okay. It's because they were pushing mid. We're gonna clear this and then go top, I hope. Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna go top. Fast forward. They're doing dragon, so what's the plan? We just push top and get Rift Herald. Yeah, it's fine. Ocean Dragon doesn't do anything. Oh, you see this? You see what we're doing here?
Oh yeah, all the missing pings.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck is in there, dude? Like, how many times have you died to that? And then when you see Garen, yeah, exactly. When you see Garen, you know it's impossible now, right? But I've died to that so many times that you have to check every single bush, right? But we know that Quinn's up here now because we just saw him or something. So this is our counterplay. We're staying far away from the bush, right? What if we wanted to bait a gank? We stay next to the bush, right? Makes sense, right?
Right.
Because you know what they want to do. They're just going to come out and try and do something. And then Shen's checking, so we're okay. But that's pretty much early game, mid game in a nutshell, right?
Right.
How come we can hit this? We know no one can stop us, right? We see Quinn. Where's Talon? We have Shen. Okay, Talon can't beat us, and Garen is not here, so we're happy. Nothing can really stop us, right? So we hit this down. Run it down into their jungle. Okay, so here, what are we prepared for?
What are you prepared for?
Like, who can stop us? We see.
I just saw Trundle walk in there.
Right, so it's just Trundle. So I think we're happy fighting this guy. Let's fast forward. You see anyone? Oh, okay, here we go. So our plan is fight Trundle. Oh, here we go. Fight Trundle. Okay, it's good enough. You can't find anything else. And then we're good to go. Just go back top. Right, like we said, mid game you go push out and do something, and then you go back and push, and then we're really happy. Oh, here's Talon. Hi. Base, run mid. Okay. Do you think this is a mistake?
Running mid? I probably would have ran bot.
I think it's a mistake.
What's the mistake?
We should have run top, right?
Oh yeah, top scratching. I meant to say
that. All right. We want to go top here instead of mid. So I think I made a mistake. Maybe a little bit too afraid of Talon, but what's our counterplay to Talon all in?
Shen ult, Shen
right?
W.
Shen ult and Kaisa heal. Yeah, here we go. We got it already, right? So we should be okay. We should be okay. So we should have gone top, 100%. That was a mistake by me for sure. I wasn't thinking clearly. Oh, okay. What happened here? Well, like we said, we were prepared for Talon, right? So you just press all the buttons. You don't even need to press buttons, dude. You just dice, I guess. But yeah, that's basically it. The instant they make a failed play, you're like winning the game, right?
Yep.
That's all it takes. And if you get caught by the play, you guys are losing the game, right? So this is kind of the thing you want to work on. Is this plan idea, okay? Especially when it comes to fighting. Don't worry about like where should I go and stuff like that. That doesn't matter yet for you. It's just if they come out and fight me, what's my plan, right?
Okay.
That's what matters the most. Oh, that was really unlucky. But they all die because it's 4v5, and that's basically the game, right?
Right.
I think they just lose now. It's not quite over yet, but
4-0 Kaiser. I mean,
it's basically no one can really kill us anymore, so we can just run it down. Oh, I remember here we threw once. Here we go. I remember this. All right, see if we can spot the throw.
oh, I think I spot the throw.
So, what was wrong? In terms of what we described, in terms of the habit we wanted you to build, what went wrong? What was our plan? What could stop the plan? And was there a counterplay? So let's talk about this. What's the plan here?
Yeah, so the plan was you looking to pick off Talon as he rotated, but he just
So far
has
so
too much
good,
mobility from the looks
right?
of it. Yeah.
And then what happened to this part? It wasn't complete. I thought I could kill him, and I didn't. So the plan was just didn't work in the first place. So
yeah,
those are the steps. The plan didn't work. So that was just honestly unlucky. I think it was a factor of like 50 HP or something. So maybe update the plan. Like I should have ran forward instead of running back, right? But I wasn't clear. It wasn't specific enough, so we lost. So it was just that was kind of awkward. Through the game, because the plan didn't work. That's kind of awkward. Fast forward. Everyone runs to Baron, I think. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here's a classic. Here's a classic. What's the plan here for our team?
bait Baron.
Yeah, just face checking, right? So this is pretty standard. Oh, he just dies. Goodbye, Trundle. That's so sad, isn't it?
And the game just ends off that.
Yeah, we fucking run it down, right? So no problem. And then now in fights, our plan is just press 2 when Talon comes out, and then nothing they could do. So that's about it, right? Simple enough. As long as you have these, as long as you can do these steps and your plan works, you basically can't lose, right? The problem is making sure you account for everything and making sure your plan works, right? It's not as easy as it sounds, but if you can basically accomplish these things, then you're basically unbeatable, right? Now it just becomes it just becomes a battle of, is your plan good and can they beat it, right? So that's basically it, and then we just run it down, I guess. Oh, here we go. Let's watch this fight. Oh my god, my W's are missing because like displacement abilities.
I saw the Grog assault. Yeah, it's like the Grog assault into Oriel, the classic.
Right.
The minor version of that right there.
Or the Draven one. He eased into ultis.
Oh, yeah. Ian the Draven ult, and you missed.
That's a spicy one. Yeah. And then it doesn't really matter. They just have dead people, right? So pretty simple. We basically won the game without having to do anything, right?
Yeah, they did all the work for you.
Exactly. We just made sure that we can't be beaten, and then they try and do something that's stupid, we win. Right? That's it. They try and do something that doesn't work, and we won. So.
Okay.
Any questions? Any questions I didn't get to answer, or?
Yeah, I have 2 or 3.
Okay, ask while I'm getting water.
Okay.
I can hear you from here, so.
Oh, okay. My first question is when do I go Doran's Ring on Jin and Kaisa compared to D-Blade? Or
hey, I don't get Doran's Ring on Jin, but
you don't like it on Jin?
Yeah, I don't get it on Jin. We don't need that shit. But on Kaisa, you use it for when you don't need Doran Shield. So
it's either D Shield or D Ring, never D Blade.
Right, because the Doran's Ring, if you don't need D Shield, that means you want to push. Right. Or let's say you're getting poked, so you need Doran Shield, then you have to take Doran Shield. But on Kaisa, you want to queue the first 3 minions and then queue the last 3 minions when you're pushing. Let me see if I have Bang stream up in here. Here's an example. We just fast forward, right? It'll show us immediately. He's gonna queue the front 3 minions. Let me see. Let me see. Give me a good example. Press Q. Press Q. Right. Okay, that's more of a trade, but what he'll do is he'll Q the Q. He'll just spam Q basically. So you use 2 Qs in one wave like this, right? And that's why you need the Doran's ring, because if you do that without Doran's ring, it's you have no mana.
After 2 or 3 waves, yeah.
Yeah. So and
Jin,
the
you
AP
don't
kind
like it at all?
Yeah, dude, I don't know why you get on Jin. It's just like you don't spam Q like that on Jin, right? Let's see who gets it on Jin. I don't think anyone gets it on Jin.
Do it, but
yeah.
Like a week ago, it was almost every single game on Pro Builds was Doran's ring.
Yeah, that used to be a thing. That's not really a thing anymore. I mean, like you'll see it sometimes. Oh yeah, it's not really a thing. Like, let's see who's. Let's look at Let's look at Turtle. What do you do, Turtle? You got Blade. Why do you get Blade?
I noticed most people are going Blade again. I started to see a shift again, but there wasn't anything in the patch notes that would make it really obvious. So that's just why I was curious if there was like a rule for it, or if it's just.
There's no real reason for Doran's ring, honestly. So you don't need to push like that on Jin. It doesn't work that way. You execute minions with your Q, right? So you don't use 2 Qs in one wave. You use like 1, if at all. So
what I was doing before was like certain lanes. If I had like Jin Morgana or like Jin Karma or something like that, I would go D ring for the perma shove and the or just to be able to spam my abilities, I guess. But I'll just try D ring more or D Blade. Other question. You think Twitch is in a good spot right now?
Oh yeah, I think if you can play Twitch is good. Like
I think he's in a good spot.
I haven't played Twitch in a while, and then I have like double digit kills. So if you play Twitch, press the attack. I think that's like the only mandatory thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he's really good. Just make sure you don't lose lane. But from what I saw in your solo queue game, lane was fine. So you should be good to go. I mean, like, remember how you just died to Eve a million times? You can do that to people with Twitch, right? So.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good then.
Alrighty, cool. If you do have any other questions, feel free to send them my way. Otherwise, make sure that in order to kind of improve, look at go into game thinking you want to, like, let's say for example, work on this method, right? And you say for every like anything that happens, I'm gonna come up with a plan, come up with how they can stop me, and then I can beat it, and then you can do your plan. Right. That's what I would say you should work on for like your next 20 games until it becomes ingrained in your brain. Okay. Like for everything you do, you know what's up, and then you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yeah, I'll absolutely do that. I was taking notes, and I'll probably watch the VOD of this at least once too.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll upload this on YouTube, send you the link, all that jazz. So.
Hell yeah.
All right. Cool. If that is all.
Yeah. That's all I got. Thanks, man.
Sounds good. Good luck in your games. Let me know how they go.
Yeah, we'll do. See ya.
Have a good one.